Chapter 21. Jesus from Teen to Man. In the humble town of Nazareth, time passed, in gentle, unmistakable rhythms, marked by the growth of Jesus and the quiet transformation of his chosen parents. In those early years, the workshop rang with the sounds of saws and hammers as Jesus and Joseph worked side by side on various carpentry projects. Under Joseph's careful guidance, Jesus learned the art of shaping wood, his hands growing sure and steady as he joined his father in crafting simple household items. There were days when Jesus would carry large and heavy containers of water from the public fountains back to their modest home, a task that not only built his strength, but also instilled in him the discipline of service and the dignity of hard work. As the sun dipped low each evening, Mary and Jesus would often walk along the bank of the nearby river. In the soft glow of sunset, the water shimmered like liquid gold, and the pair would talk in quiet whispers, a silent, intimate communion that seemed to pass between them as much as it did through the gentle play of light. At home, the family gathered for meals, the modest table a place where love and conversation intermingled with laughter and quiet gratitude. In quieter moments when words were few, a subtle radiance would pass between Mary and her son, a soft shimmering light that spoke of divine communion, a silent transmission of hope and understanding. In the stillness of their private spaces, both Jesus and Mary sought solace in prayer. In his room, the young Jesus would sometimes lie prostrate on the floor, his body arranged in a posture reminiscent of the cross. In a parallel devotion, Mary, too, would fall to her knees in her own room, her silent supplications filled with both maternal love and an abiding faith in the unfolding mystery of life. As the years passed, Jesus grew into a young man, his once childish features sharpening into the quiet strength of adulthood. His olive-toned skin, bronzed by the Judean sun, bore the mark of days spent in labor, while his dark, wavy hair framed a face both gentle and resolute. His eyes, deep and knowing, held a quiet intensity, reflecting a wisdom far beyond his years. Each day, his hands, calloused yet steady, shaped wood with skill and purpose, molded by the trade of his earthly father. The strength in his frame was not one of mere power, but of endurance, the natural result of work that demanded both patience and precision. Though he moved with the quiet confidence of a craftsman, there was something unspoken yet undeniable about him, a presence that drew others in, a calm assurance that hinted at a greater purpose. With each passing season, the weight of divine wisdom settled upon him, emerging not in grand gestures, but in the gentle grace of his actions and the depth of his thoughts. He labored, he learned, and he reflected, his spirit growing even stronger as he prepared for the path ahead. Joseph, meanwhile, began to show the inevitable signs of age. Once vigorous and tireless, he now struggled with tasks that had long been second nature. One afternoon, as he attempted to lift a particularly cumbersome piece of wood, his hands trembled with fatigue. Seeing his father falter, Jesus immediately stepped in, easing the burden by taking the weight from Joseph's weakened arms and guiding him to a nearby stool. Though Joseph still occasionally joined his son in the carpentry work that had defined his life, more often he would sit and watch, his eyes shining with pride as he saw in Jesus the continuation of a sacred craft and a legacy of love. Time continued in its steady march until Jesus reached the age of 25, a young man who now bore the mark of maturity, both in his physical presence and in the thoughtful depths of his spirit. In contrast, Joseph, the steadfast pillar of the family, was now near death. His once robust frame lay frail and diminished, the years having left their quiet imprint upon him. Mary, who was 41, remained the radiant heart of the family. Since her own youthful bloom at the age of 33, she had carried herself with an enduring beauty and grace that seemed almost timeless, a luminous testament to the strength and love of a mother. Thus, in the quiet cadence of everyday life in Nazareth, from the hum of the workshop and the soft murmur of the river to the heartfelt prayers shared in solitude, the passage of time wove a tapestry of growth, perseverance, and quiet transformation. The Holy Family's days, filled with labor, love, and loss, bore witness to a legacy that would one day echo far beyond the narrow streets of their small town, heralding the promise of redemption and the enduring power of faith.